All right, folks. How's it going today? We're the Couch Media here. Today we're going to be reacting to something MMA Guru actually said in terms of the PFL buying Bellator. We think he actually just missed a big point.
He did miss a big point. It's actually where the money's coming from, and he'll get into it. We'll go ahead and start.
Another situation, which is PFL buying Bellator. Crazy news in the MMA world. Really crazy news in the MMA world. Good for PFL. Really good for PFL. I don't know where they're getting their money from, but they got a lot.
And right there. I know Guru, we're big fans, all right? But look, he's got a big following, and I think they're missing a big part of this here. All sports around the world have Saudis hand dipped in them at this point. It's no secret that the UFC has been being treated really well by people in Abu Dhabi already. Then you got PFL is now Saudi backed, and then now PFL has bought Bellator. That's all MMA sports, just about major MMA sports that are Saudi backed.
Yep, and boxing, they're about to go back for the heavyweight championship again with Usyk. So
yeah, don't even get us started on all sports across the board. Within the last couple of years, the Saudis have dipped their hand in every sport.
Yep,
every one of them. But let's keep listening to what Guru says.
He goes on.
He does go on.
Of it, and that's what they're going to need to compete with the UFC if they're ever going to try and do so. I feel like PFL is literally in the we don't care how much money it costs, we are going to compete with the UFC business, because there's no way this can be like a worthwhile investment for them, so they must have a insane amount of money backing them for
yeah, they do.
An insane amount of money, because their pay-per-views don't sell. Their cards do not get views.
And he's right about all this.
Yeah. The only time people find out really what happens is, again, some people watch it live. I watch it live now and again. But, like, the majority of people don't. And the majority of people find out what happened on a Twitter video the day afterwards, or literally an hour or a minute afterwards after a fight result happens.
Right, and MMA Guru, we're a fan of the guy. He's kind of rambling here. He's not giving you any information. He's kind of just clueless on where this money's coming from, but he knows there's a lot of it. It's the Saudis, guys. And what we know about the Saudis is they get it from oil and war. So it's
a dangerous place we're headed.
If I were you guys, I would research on your own. We've done our own research. What I've come to the conclusion is that every sport and everything fun in the world was started by the mob. So the Saudis are just another mob in a sense, and they have a lot of money. So they're putting their hand in the game. And you can't blame them for that. Let's listen to what he says. I don't remember if he has.
One more point.
Yeah,
one more.
Most people aren't paying attention to PFL right now. When Ngannou makes his debut there, especially after his Fury performance, I think a lot of people will pay more attention. But at the end of the day, I just feel like this is good for the UFC fans. I'll add that on the end of it. Don't think it's good for the UFC, because in the UFC's ideal world, there's no competition and they run the game.
He's getting it backwards. I'm gonna let him go on though for a second, because he does finish it.
It's good for UFC fans because there's competition now for the UFC. You know what I mean?
And he's wrong.
He is wrong.
He's wrong. If everybody has Saudis dipped in, money dipped into them, they're the same. They're one and the same.
Where's the competition?
Right now, we're seeing the UFC still as a separate entity. But eventually, what's stopping all of them from combining into one thing? And now we have literally no competition. Guru, I think he's just seeing it from a different perspective, and I do see it from his perspective as well. But he's only seeing it that way because he doesn't know who's investing in the company. Yeah. Also, the PFL guys. PFL has major investors more than just the Saudis. These guys have a lot of famous celebrities and athletes in the U.S. I saw, just two to name, I saw Wiz Khalifa and Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
So, and we'd be silly to think that they're the only two investors of the PFL.
Yep.
So, let's see. Does he make another point, or is that really that last point he makes?
I think it was, and
he's saying he doesn't know where that money's coming from, and because he doesn't know where the money's coming from, he actually views it as better for the competition of the sport. That's really all that happened there. And if he would listen, guys, we don't have the following he does. If he would have just watched that last video we posted about this, he maybe could have added that into his video. So I know, and again, I know we're a little late on responding to this, and Guru, don't take any offense to this if you see it. If you see it, that's really cool. But yeah, anything you want to add, man?
No.
Nothing you want to add? Well, we're the Couch Media, and thank you guys for watching. I know it was a short one today, but we just had to get that out there. Thank you.